Thank you for joining. Shout out to Macy. Shout out to Messiah. Shout out to Kayleen. Or Kaylin, sorry. Shout out to Kaylin. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out to Miguelina. Shout out to Azaria. Shout out to, thank you, Messiah. Shout out to Reagan. Oops, I don't know. I was gonna put Megan, but there's no Megan. Reagan. Shout out to Christian. Yes, they're red. Shout out to Cece. Shout out to Priscilla. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Rosie. Welcome. Thank you for joining, everyone. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to Ivy. Shout out to Julian. Shout out to Emmy. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Madalena. Welcome. Shout out to Angie. How's everyone doing today? Shout out to Sydney. Shout out to Izzy. Shout out to Gigi. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Delaney. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Bella. Shout out to Blue. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. Welcome. Thank you, Evelyn. Shout out to Evelyn. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Evelyn. Shout out to Dea. Shout out to Jaden. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Ava. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Elizabeth. Thank you everyone for your patience. I know I'm not the fastest at writing. Whoa, that's so cool. Shout out to... Thank you so much. That was so cool. Shout out to Rick the Ryalt. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you so much. Shout out to Rick. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Evelyn. Thank you so much. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Arden. Shout out to Dominic. Shout out to Alexa. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Amari. Shout out to Malia. Shout out to Lynn. Shout out to Christian. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Markellius. Shout out to Kimber. Shout out to Kaylani. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to Bailey. Whoopsie, I messed up. Shout out to Lainey. Shout out to River. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out to Callie. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. I live stream every day around the same time as this. Shout out to Landon. Shout out to Vivi. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Adelie. Shout out to Muntaha. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Dakota. Shout out to Evelyn. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Evelyn. Shout out to Stefan. Shout out to Kendall. Shout out to Cookies. Cookie is home. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Cookie is home. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Cheese VRX. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Cheese. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Sinai Melgoza. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Sinai Melgoza. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Gloria. Shout out to Cookies is home. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Paisley. Shout out to Jael. That's super cute. A little mug. Thank you so much at Gym Shorts. Shout out to at Gym Shorts. Oh, I don't know how to do the at sign. Oops. Shout out to Gym Shorts. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Gemma. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to Sinai Melgoza. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Lula. Shout out to Cade. Shout out to Audrina. Shout out to Dana. Or Donna. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Skylar. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. I live stream every day around the same time as this. Shout out to Logan. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to Skyly. Let me move my notebook a little bit. Shout out to Valentina. Shout out to Ayush. Excuse me. Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to Layla. Shout out to Cindy. Shout out to Molly. Shout out to Abby. Shout out to Letty. Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to Weston. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Orion. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to, oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Shout out to, thank you so much, Rick the Riot. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Zaki Samei. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Zaki. Shout out to Preppy Sloan. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to the little, oh, the cat ears. Shout out to, let me try to do the @ sign. At Jim Shorts Music. Thank you so much. Jim Shorts Music. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Leticia. Or Letitia. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Nyla. Shout out to Aaliyah. Shout out to Adiba. Shout out to these people. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. On to the next page. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. I live stream every day around the same time as this, every single day. If you want to support my channel, I hope you can check it out. My name is Ness, and my channel is NessDIYcorner. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Sierra. Shout out to Raven. Thank you, Raven, for your patience. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I know I don't write the fastest, so thank you so much for your patience. Shout out to Noel. Shout out to Albert Wesker. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Albert Wesker. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Jokiel. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Adeline. Shout out to Leanna. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Shout out to Anelli. How's everyone doing? Shout out to Stella. Shout out to Erilyn. Shout out to Malaya. Shout out to Carly. Shout out to Nevaeh. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Lyra. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Charlie. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Axel. Shout out to Cadence. Can everyone hear me? Can you put a yes or no? Shout out to Jaylene. Shout out to Dagan. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your response. Shout out to Savannah. Oh no, I didn't see if it's 2 N's. I think it's 1 N. Shout out to Nicola. Shout out to King. Shout out to Maddie. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to Jared. Shout out to Adriana. Shout out to Emmy. Shout out to Mateo. Shout out to Luna. Shout out to Ty. Shout out to Kelly. I'm so sorry if I haven't gotten to you. Shout out to Gianna. Thank you everyone for your patience. Shout out to Merly. Shout out to Liliana. Shout out to Genesis. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Kennedy. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Stevie. Shout out to Eliza. Shout out to Viviana, the best forever. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Viviana. Thank you so much. Shout out to Jaden. Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Elisa. Shout out to Santiago. I'm so sorry. Some of you are writing to me, but the chat goes really fast. I'm so sorry. Shout out to Lacey. Shout out to Muntaha. Shout out to Bryn. Shout out to Marley. Shout out to Aiden. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Logan. Shout out to Archie. Shout out to Civilize. Shout out to Hazel. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Russell. Shout out to Ivy May. Shout out to Lucy. Shout out to Arlette. Shout out to Marliana. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Josiah. Shout out to Dean. Shout out to Bentley. Shout out to Kian. Shout out to Everly. Shout out to David. Shout out to Edgar. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Trinity. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Carson. Shout out to Jensen. Shout out to Quinn. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Osna. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Raul. Shout out to Jeff Payton. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Jeff Payton. Shout out to Sunny. Shout out to Elmer. Shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Enzo. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Roberto. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Renegade Raider. Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Ren. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Delilah. Shout out to Andy. Shout out to Emelina. Shout out to Aurora. Shout out to Nylia. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Iris. Shout out to Hazley. Shout out to Hunter. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Lyric. Shout out to Paula. Shout out to Brantley. Shout out to Ramos. Shout out to Carson. Shout out to these people. On to the next page. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. I live stream every day around the same time as this. I'm Ness. My channel's NessDIYcorner. I hope you can check it out and support my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Write your name in the chat if you want me to shout you out. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to Gianna. Shout out to Ramos. Shout out to Yoonjin. Shout out to Emmy. Shout out to Tiffany. Shout out to Mackenzie. Shout out to Brinley. Shout out to Kira. Shout out to Lana. Shout out to Landry. Shout out to Papa. Shout out to Civilize. Shout out to Carol. Shout out to Felix. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Sarika. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Penny. Happy birthday. Shout out to Vivi. Shout out to TJ. Shout out to Emma. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Hazley. Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to Amina. Shout out to Love. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Josephina. Shout out to Tina Sargent. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Tina. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Sana. Shout out to Cassia. Shout out to Claire. Shout out to Amy. Shout out to Liv. Shout out to Melissa. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Melissa. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Martin Zaraga. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Valerie. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Rayanne. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Eleanor. Oops. I'm gonna write your name again because I kind of messed up. There we go. Shout out to Lyric. Happy birthday. Shout out to Renad. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Amsa. Shout out to Tegan. Happy birthday. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Ramira. Shout out to, thank you so much, Ayush Trilog. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Ayush Trilog. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Harper. Shout out to Lazaro. Shout out to Kira. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Daphne. Shout out to Carson. Shout out to Yarezi. Shout out to Anasty. Shout out to Amaris. Shout out to Ernest Jones. Thank you for your patience. Happy birthday. Shout out to Alyssa. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to Amelie. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Willow. Shout out to Nevea. I'm so sorry if I haven't gotten to you. Shout out to Stephanie. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Shout out to Rowan. Shout out to Sophia Flores. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Ella. Shout out to Raul. Shout out to Percy. Shout out to Brayley. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Arohi. Shout out to Jennifer. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Ulysses. Shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to Allie. Whoops, I think I spelled Allie wrong. Give me a second. Shout out to Allie. There we go. Shout out to Sophia Flores. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Malik. Shout out to Princess. Shout out to Nora. Shout out to Morgan. Shout out to Lupita. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Mateo. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Vera. Shout out to Soana. Shoana, I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Evander. Shout out to Hank. Shout out to Cole. Shout out to Lakin. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Danicia. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Alston. Shout out to Victoria. Shout out to Tay. Shout out to Avery. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Vanessa. Whoops. Shout out to Parker. Shout out to Abigail. Shout out to Marley. Shout out to these people. On to the next page. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. Also, thank you for your patience. I know I don't write the fastest, so I appreciate you taking the time to write your name. Thank you, thank you. Shout out to Connie Mitish. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Connie. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Reese. Shout out to Ayush Treelock. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Haiti. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Gianna. Shout out to them Watts kids. Thank you so much. Shout out to them Watts kids. Thank you. Shout out to Kaiser. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Jackson. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Kaiser Jackson. Shout out to Leah. Shout out to Avery. Shout out to them Watts kids. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Daddy XY. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Daddy XY. Shout out to Carla. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Mauricio, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Carla. Oh, I already put Carla. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Willow. Shout out to Jade. Bye, Ayush. Thank you for stopping by. Shout out to Rumi. Shout out to Russell. Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Kason. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Caroline. Shout out to Renata. Shout out to Moriah. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Xavian. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Reese Rules. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Reese Rules. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Ara or Ara. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Hadley. Shout out to Casey. Shout out to Sagal. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to Juicebox. Shout out to Oakley. Shout out to Anastasia. Shout out to Amani. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to Musa. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Sawyer. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Catherine. Shout out to Xavian. Shout out to Renzo. Shout out to M. Shout out to Emily. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Isabel. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to David. Shout out to Chloe. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Bella. Shout out to Loomis GNG. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Loomis. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Abby. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to Michaela. Shout out to Harley. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to Gina. Shout out to Leilani. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Hagen. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Judalyn. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Julietta. Shout out to Alice. Shout out to Adelie. Shout out to Ricky. Shout out to Sandra. Shout out to Braxton. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Perry. Shout out to Malik. Shout out to Juliana. Or Juliana, sorry. Shout out to Skylar. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Bryn. Shout out to Gabriel. Shout out to Tegan. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Mila. Shout out to Holly. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Kennedy. Shout out to King Vaughn. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Amara. Shout out to Pasita. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Annika. Excuse me. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Sahana. Shout out to Genesis. Shout out to Kira. Or Kiera. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Lilia. Shout out to, thank you, Braxton. Shout out to Braxton. Shout out to Scarlet Rose. Shout out to Marina. I'm so sorry if I haven't gotten to you. Shout out to Lana. Shout out to Erica. Happy birthday. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to, oh no, I missed it. Steel. There we go. Shout out to these people. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. On to the next page. I live stream every day around the same time as this. If you're enjoying the shout outs, please give it a like, or also support my channel by subscribing if you can. I would truly appreciate it. I post other content on YouTube Shorts. I do cute greeting cards like these. I hope you can check it out. I do tutorials for holiday cards, greeting cards. I hope you can check it out and support my channel. I would truly appreciate it. Shout out to Evie. Shout out to Raya. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Alexander. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Alexander. Shout out to Derek. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Kesha Mack. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Armeli. Shout out to Jamira. Oops, how do you spell Jamira? Did I spell it correctly? Shout out to Liana or Liana. Shout out to Joy. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Jalea. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to, how do you spell your name again? Can you write it in the chat, please? Shout out to Diva. Shout out to Alondra. Shout out to Izzy. Shout out to Connor. Shout out to Aaliyah. Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to Demario. Shout out to James. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Ariana. Can you write your name again? Shout out to Emmett. Shout out to Rowan. Shout out to Marley. Shout out to Summer. Shout out to Faith. Shout out to Ariana. Wait, did I spell it correctly? Oh yeah, I did. Oh no, I missed an A, an N. There we go. Shout out to Akintola. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Akintola. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Blake. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Alondra. Shout out to Fatima. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Leilani. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out to Taylor. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Erilyn. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Levi. Shout out to Finn. Shout out to Aiden. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Addie. Shout out to Lara. Shout out to Callie. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Jahali or Jahali. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. I think I spelled your name wrong. Oops. Shout out to Zaya. Jahali, can you spell your name again? Shout out to Quinn. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Vince. Shout out to Tate. Shout out to Alexa. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Dana or Donna. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Zayden. Shout out to Erin. Shout out to Harshita. Shout out to Ellie. Shout out to Januel. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Ryzen. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Wenda. Shout out to Alea. Shout out to Kyle. Zayden, I got you. Shout out to Evan. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Emilio. Shout out to Autumn. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Uzair. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Journey. Shout out to Jaylee. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Alexa. Shout out to May. Shout out to London. Shout out to Jaya. Shout out to Justice. Shout out to Abdullah. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry if I haven't gotten to you. The live stream goes really fast and I don't write the fastest. Shout out to Liani. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Zariah. Shout out to Caitlin. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Sanja. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Hope. Shout out to Lena. Shout out to Aurora Bird. Shout out to Zoe Valentina Cruz. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Georgia. Shout out to Mayeli. Mei Lee. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Mario. Shout out to Penny. Shout out to Presley. Shout out to Sully. Shout out to Nasely. Shout out to Yuche. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Dominic. Shout out to Mila or Mila. Shout out to Isabella. Shout out to Alanis. Shout out to Rain. Shout out to Hawks. Shout out to Mosers. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mosers. Shout out to these people. On to the next page. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the live stream. I live stream every day around the same time as this, every single day. I hope you can support my channel, support me. I would truly appreciate it. Also leave a like if you enjoy the shout outs. I know I don't write the fastest, so I'm so sorry if I haven't gotten to you. But I truly appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. Shout out to Gemma. Shout out to Frosty Mint. Shout out to Joan. Shout out to Buddy. Shout out to Kiera Viscount. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry if I mess up your name. Shout out to Kiera. Thank you for your support. Shout out to 90YJJ. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to 90YJJ. Thank you so much. Shout out to Connor. Shout out to Brooke. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Jahali. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Finn. Shout out to Cora. Shout out to Carly. Shout out to Rain. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to Mateo. Shout out to Becky. Shout out to Jaxrel. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Giselle. Shout out to Kika. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Nina. Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to Shaquila Washington. Thank you so much. Or Shakela. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. Thank you so much. Shout out to Shaquila Washington. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Ezra. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Shout out to Januel. Shout out to Lindsay. Shout out to Cora. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Econ. Shout out to Diana. Shout out to Shaquila Washington. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Shaquila Washington. Shout out to Shayla. Shout out to Oshi. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Aubrey. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Shout out to Seth. Shout out to Bloom. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Jody. Shout out to Cecilia. Shout out to Avi. Shout out to Miraf. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shout out to Marley. Shout out to Laura. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Emerson. Shout out to Eve. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Fatima. Shout out to Kimsey. Leave a like if you're enjoying the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Shout out to Robin. Shout out to Yusra.